Hey, it's Lala Flower Girl. Welcome back. Today I'm going to start a new series that I'm talking about how to get each colour. So today I'm going to start with Cyan, and these are the 3 different flowers that we can make in Cyan. So we've got Cyan Daisy, Cyan Lily and Cyan Hyacinth, and I'm going to show you how to get all of them. But before we get started, if you could like and subscribe, that would be amazing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is how to move your bees from wherever they are to wherever you want them to be. If they're where you want them to be, then leave them. If they are not where you want them to be, then this is how you do it. So I'll show you how to do that now. And I've set up my trees where I want my bees to go. So currently my bees are over here in a couple of trees up here. So I want them to move over here into these trees so that I can set up farms underneath them. So the bees can reach up to 15 blocks. So I've made these 15 blocks in all directions and I've separated them as well. So I can have 2 separate farms. And the reason I've got them so far apart is that I don't want both hives pollinating the same flowers. This one I can have 2 separate dedicated farms so that this hive can work over here and that hive can work over there. So the first thing I need to do is I need to get rid of these hives. So you just have to chop them down basically. So I need to just chop them down, take the tree out and catch the bees. So I've got 3 bees there, and take this one out, take the tree out and catch the bees. Where are they? Okay, so I've got those 3 bees there, and now what I'm going to do is over here I'm going to wait until the day cycle, and then I'm going to release the bees over there where I want them. Alright, so now the day has come. I am going to release some bees here. There's 3 of them there, so when they start activating they'll wake up in a minute, and then hopefully we'll get a tree there. So I'm just going to put a couple of flowers around just for now, just to give them something to keep them here. And I'll go over here and see if I can release bees over here as well. Okay, so there we go. We've got our beehives. Okay, so now that we've got our bees moved and they're established in their hive, I'm going to set up the actual layout for the farm. So we're going to need to get the spacing right. So we need to get our spacing so that we can get no mundane. So we're going to do it as close to the beehive as possible, and I'm going to be taking out some of this grass so that we can make it so that the flowers can only reach what they're meant to reach. Okay, so I'm going to do this and I will see you in a few minutes. so here we have built our area now that can be used for any of your bee flowers. If you just want one color, this is a good way of doing it, because you can keep your spacing and just have lots of the one color. So I am going to set it up for you now. So we're going to have our red and white flowers put down. So we need our red and white daisy. So these ones are the ones that need the bees. And I'm just going to set them up so that they're in their combination. So this is the combination, and this is where they're going to spawn. And you need to remember that bees have a limit to how many they can fertilize, so you've got to keep it below 36 fertiles. So we've got 32 fertiles here, so this will do 100% cyan in this area. So we can also have the same thing going over here if you want. We'll set some up here. I don't have enough to do the whole lot, but I'll do as many as I can. So I've only got 8 of these left. So we'll just do that many. And then we're going to have to wait for daytime, because that's one other thing about bee flowers, is that you need daytime for the bees to get maximum out of it. So while I'm waiting for daytime, I will show you the other 2 flowers, the lily and the hyacinth. So we're going to set them up in a row here. So these ones don't need bees, so we can keep them away from bees. So we're still going to use the same spacing. We're going to have 2 spaces in between and the buffer in the middle. So we're just going to go down and do this all the way down. So normally in my farm I would have 3 different types, but we're only going to have 2 different types here. So the hyacinth, you need the 2 blue ones, and for the lily you'll need black and blue. So I'm going to put my black ones down this side, and you'll see they're still having the spaces in between them, so they've got the 2 spaces between the lily as well. So we'll get these ones done. And the hyacinths and the lilies are not going to breed together, they just breed with their own kind. And because we have that 1 space in the middle that we're not going to use, you can put a different flower in there, but just for the sake of this being only cyan, I can put it here. Now you could put all of these over where the bees are, but you're just wasting bees on these flowers. You don't need them. Bees are only going to get distracted from these over here, so we need the maximum amount to get to them, so we'll keep them far apart and over here, so I don't need to wait for daytime to water these ones. These ones can get watered straight away, so I can just run through and water these ones. So these are going to make full cyan, and this is going to be 100% colour as well. There'll be no mundanes here at all, because the hyacinths can only reach the hyacinth. It can't reach the new spawn, and it can't reach the next lot over there, so it's going to be 100% guaranteed. So we'll come back and see those in a few minutes, and I'll just wait for daylight so that I can water those ones. Okay, so while we're waiting for those, we'll just, out of curiosity, we will show you the difference here. So I'm going to put a few of these here, and then we'll put a few of these ones here, and we will see the difference in how we get them, because this is how I used to set them up as well. I used to set them up like this. and have them close together. So I will come back and show you the difference that this makes, having it like that. Okay, so now that we've got the daylight, oh, hang on, that's not going to work, is it? We need to put these ones on the other side. They need to be over here so they can reach. Okay. Let's have a look. And because I'm doing this at the start of the day cycle, it's going to give the bees maximum time to fertilise the flowers so that they can make the cyan. We'll get these all done. And I'll pick this one up because it's going to get in the way. Alright, and I will be back and show you what we get in a few minutes, or 10 minutes. Okay, here we go. They're starting to spawn in. Okay, so far so good. 100% cyan. So there you go, that's that one. And let's see how the others are going to go. This one, I don't know. I don't know what this one's going to do, but I'm pretty sure there'll be mundanes in this one. See. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here, this is what we would normally kind of used to set up. This is how I would normally have it set up. So this is a long time ago now. But see, there's several mundane. That's because this blue one tried to use a cyan one to breed. So it's picked a cyan one, either this one, this one, this one, or this one, or even this one. It's tried to pick any of these cyan and it's made the mundane. Same with this one, it's picked a cyan. And over here, well, these are picked either the cyan to breed with, or well, this one picked a black one to breed with. That's why we got the dark green. So yeah, definitely not the most efficient here like this, and it's because of the spacing. If we were to take it out one space, it would improve, it would get better, but at the same time you would still get your green and you would still get mundane because the spacing this way is too close. So that's why you have the spacing this way and this way. Okay, let's have a look at our daisies. They're coming in. They're all cyan, and over here these are all cyan. So there you have it, cyan flowers, and that is how you get them. So, well, thanks for watching. I hope that's helpful, and I will see you next time. We'll see what colour we're going to do next. See ya.